let us commence with some streamosity. Streamage? Streaming. I'll go with streaming. And we're set. Well, I'm trying to keep this playthrough completely free to play. Only doing stuff free to play players would do, so I didn't join the green-eyed gamer yesterday. More new mail. All right, where's the mailbox? Right there. Don't be just bingo boffing the end. We're not going to do epic battles because they suck. And I know where bingo boffin is. But I've got a freebie. I don't know if I'll ever need a simple rally horn. Calls a friend. And I don't see myself ever using it. Because I'm doing it sort of solo. On my main server, to be sure. I'm going to remove all of these. Because I am headed to the festival. Minas Tirith awaits. And the Midsummer Festival. Because that's available to all the free-to-players. So, let's find out. I mean, I've done a bunch on my main account. But it's certainly not outside of the get this region. In order to access content in Anorian after battle at the LotRO store. Curious. I was curious as to whether what I had gleaned from my reading was accurate, which is that if a free-to-play player were to buy the latest expansion, Gundabad, that would unlock everything. My impression is yes, but I don't know that. I'm guessing probably not. Region packs. Quest packs. So I guess it still uses something similar to the old system. Quest packs, region packs, and like. Good morning, from my point of view, to whomever has joined me.
Midsummer has come at last.
Talk to King Aragorn II Elisar. The king wants to talk to me? That seems unlikely. So it looks like it still uses the old mechanic. After you get to the free-to-play
May your heart be light, and your joys be many.
That would be nice. I would like that.
Revelry is all around you in Minas Tirith.
It sure is. Gosh. Alright, the Majesty of Midsummer is complete of fondness. That's 3 times doing that. That is the daily 10. Ring didn't show up. A ring should have showed up. There's no quests. I don't have access to the festival stuff? Really? You have to have the quest pack to access... I guess I have access to the epic? But not the rest of it? They implemented a festival where the free-to-players can't partake. That's really unexpected. Wow. That's not a great look. But I can even get the quest to do quests. I just can't get any quests to do. Wow. That really doesn't strike me as awesome.
Gondor, needs your aid.
That just seems like a really bad implementation. I mean, I know, evidently, I have to do the quests in this area generally outside of the special event. I would need the quest pack, I guess, or the expansion pack. It's just surprising to me that because the festivals have historically always been, for everybody. That's really surprising and I'd say disappointing. And I can say that on this account as a free-to-play player, popping in and going, ooh, there's a big festival going. I get free transportation to Minas Tirith. That's cool. And I get here and, oh, okay, I have to talk to this person. Oh, they give me 10 dailies a day, and if I do that 3 times, I get this, and then I don't actually have access to any of that. It just seems really bad. Yeah, that's not a good look. As a new player, I would be really disappointed. I mean, a free-to-play player probably shouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I have access to this quest, which presumably is the wedding stuff, and so I'm going to do that. Unless I have to go through this and open it up.
To my city with war safely behind us.
Which is certainly possible. Maybe I just need to talk to Aragorn and it opens up, in which case I've been spouting off nonsense.
Yes, hello.
Dr.
You want
Rodwin,
to help
up some
with
stairs
the
north of the Tower of
preparations?
Felion, beyond the doorway, spanned by a flower garland in Minas Tirith. So maybe I just need to talk to someone to open up quests. If that's the case, then it's fine. Albeit confusing for me. But generally speaking, you're not going to have a whole lot of players who have VIP status running through free-to-play stuff. So we'll see. I will attempt now to withhold my judgment any further. Someone's welcome.
How can I be of
I have a
service?
token. Welcome to our fine city. Whether you're here to celebrate for one day or intend to stay until Midsummers, I hope you find our celebration to your liking. If you have any questions, join our efforts. Okay, there's some quests. Alright, now we're getting quests.
Might I take a moment of your time? Could I speak with you a moment?
Okay.
Stay a moment.
I was concerned without cause, it seems. Alright. My mistake.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Help me with something.
I could, but I won't. Talk to her, more important. Here? No. Oh, not really. That one's locked. No, that's not the one we want. Which is the one we want locked. Festival. Midsummer. That's the forest. That's the riders. Right? Yeah, that one. Alright. That's the one we want locked. Grab that one. Those two.
Yes.
Quests. Okay, we got plenty of quests now.
What is it?
Now we're rolling. Never mind. I was mistaken. It was actually just gatewayed through. Through Garland up here. Is it up here? Maybe. Oh, I think she sends me off to like find. Where is it? Alright, where's Rodwin? Why am I not seeing it on the map anywhere? Talk to Rodwin. Up some stairs north of the Tower of Ithelion. On the other side of the tower. That doesn't show up on the map for whatever reason. So I was speaking too quickly. There is basically you have to talk to Aragorn to sort of get the whole thing started. But other than that, it's good to go. Wait, what? She in the guest house? Up some stairs north of the Tower of Ithelion. Well, this is not quite north. Wait, what? Up some stairs north of the Tower of Ithelion, beyond a doorway spanned by a flower garland. Wow, yeah, there's like a flower garland almost everywhere. That looks like a flower garland. Maybe up here and around? Around? There it is, okay. That was not particularly clear. Not a big deal. Alright, well, this is where she is, it seems like. I found her, finally. Oh, there were stairs there. That would have been easier. I know you have heard of your many heroic deeds. You know, they assume I'm like level 110. I haven't done any heroic deeds. I'm just a pleb from who's come from Bree. Well, actually, I did have heroic deeds, but they were 3,000 years ago. I've been in a bit of a... Her face is pale. Then I will just tell you, for you who are sure to find out anyway. I was an adventurer for hire, a champion of Gondor. My friends and I sought to earn coin by lending our swords and skills to folk in need, but we weren't very good at it. Our guardian Dralfi was more brave than sensible. Our minstrel Quilin never did learn the value of silence when enemies were about, and I have waylaid my sword at inopportune moments. Waylaid it? Mislaid it? You mean mislaid? Waylay is entirely different. More than once, I confess it. When the war ended, we decided it was best for all of us to leave adventuring behind. Quilin took up farming, the dear fellow, but it was a short-lived experiment, and he's left that behind too. It did not suit him either. So we came to settle within the White City, through a series of misunderstandings and some ill-advised boasting by my friends. And I caught the attention of the Council of Gondor. The next thing I know, our lore master, Isteron, is speaking before those noble lords and ladies, insisting that we are expert wedding planners all. But I do know. What do I know about weddings? Little enough. So we've stumbled our way into something of a real adventure. And if we cannot perfect this wedding ceremony, we'll be in real trouble. Will you help us?
What a relief it is
Bring
to
the letters
hear
of
you will
introduction
help
to
us.
Isteron in the Plaza of the Fountain. Alright. We've got multiple things going on. We've got the festival, but also the main story. Oh, I guess that's what the... I didn't know that there was a left turn available at the High Guest House. Alright, that explains it. Alright. I don't feel so bad for not finding that. Really obvious.
Ah, you are here to help plan for the great wedding? Good,
Yes.
good, good.
Find the helpful hobbits. South of the Tower of Ithelion, which is where I'm first. Now I know who the helpful hobbits are. Oh. They're there. The ones I just walked past. Frito and Spam.
How nice to see you
For
during a
anyone who's
time
read,
of celebration
Lord of
and
the
not during a time of war.
About the wedding. People, they are in over their heads, just as I was during the Quest of the Ring. Just as we were. We all. Well, that turned out all right in the end. So this might be the... So might the wedding. So too might the wedding ceremony. If there's anything we can do.
There has been a lot of wedding chatter.
Follow the smell
air,
of
you know.
pipe smoke southwest in order to find Mary and Pippin. So this whole area, because Minas Tirith is, in essence, in 4 different time periods. Before the battle, during the battle, after the battle, all of Pelennor. And the Midsummer Festival and Wedding of Harold. And a lot of times in this game, if you're not familiar with it, time is fluid. And you can bounce around from one time period to another. Sometimes into the distant past. Generally, you don't really travel in the future. You do travel into the past. In this particular case, the festival is out of contiguous time with the storyline I've been playing, but that's fine.
Good day
Mary
to
Doc.
you. Why don't you stay a while?
There's a bit more text in these than I wish to
Harry,
try and
everyone knows
cite
that a Shire wedding.
to everyone.
You've got to follow the traditions.
Examine the fruit of the Hobbit's mischief at the base of the ramp, 7th circle. In other words, basically, directly below me, I would jump, except first, I think it has a wall, and second, I would die. Oh dear. Not having a horse is going to be a little bit painful. Don't I have the horse? I think I put it in the bank. My horse token. I think I will use my horse token. Is that it? That's the wrapped horse whistle. Oh. Yes. Options. Really wish the lock and there was an lock and unlock button on the hotbar song. That would be so helpful. It's an average rental mount. Expires in 23 hours and 59 minutes, but I think that's in real time, unfortunately. Wish it was in game time. My horse is evidently named Old Mully. We'll rename it. Warpine likes to ride me about stuff, so I'm going to ride him. Right with. And the quests have indeed appeared. We now have the quests opened up, so we'll take this one. Aorith wants us to clear out all of the drunks and tidy up a bit here in the high halls of healing. High halls. Shoo away the drunk. He says nothing but departs with a sour look. Look, dude, you've had too many to drink. It's fine. It's a celebration, but still, go home and sleep it off. A half-empty bottle of posset. Seems like everyone is drinking wine. I don't understand that. We have ale around. I mean, I have quests to gather casks of ale. Nobody seems to be drinking ale, though. So if you've never done it, there are a bunch of quests, like 15, I'm guessing, dailies that you can do. You have to do 10 for the do a bunch of dailies daily. So, I mean, there might even be like 20. And there's also the storyline quest of the wedding of Aragorn and Elisar and Arwen. So I'm kind of half-assing both of them right now. Make one whole ass of myself. So indeed, this festival is available to even the free-to-players. All you have to do is talk to Aragorn. All of them. Now, where are we at? Oh, that's everything for Eorith. I threw out 6 people, tidied up like 10 bottles of wine that have been half drunk, and Midsummer tokens and 200 XP. 216 XP all at the same time. Clearly, I will roll like a machine. And that is 2 out of the 10 dailies I need to do. What I intend to do is to get enough tokens to buy a horse, so that when I have enough LotRO points, I'll be able to... What the heck happened? Where's the quest focus for that? Oh, it's right behind me. How did I miss it? Oh, everyone's standing around. I don't see where I missed it. Am I not, like, right on it? No, it's for... Ow, sometimes my eyes are really going. Pile of decoration and Legolas. Decorations indeed, as Merry and Pippin suggested, overwhelmingly blue.
Not everyone is as familiar with our hobbits as we are.
Talk to Kufaron in the 6th Circle of Minas Tirith. Hello, Kufaron. How you doing?
Those hobbits weren't really wedding experts at all, were they?
No, they weren't, and you got sucked in.
Was any of the advice those hobbits gave to me truthful?
I'm guessing no. It's Pippin and Merry. I'm going to say no. Because the answer is no. That's a very, very different summoning whistle, gotta say. So now we need to talk to the OG, Gandalf the White, although I don't think I've met him yet, this character. I'll get enough tokens to buy a horse so that I'm ready to ride when I do get to 95 LotRO points by riding. I think she's got just one quest that I do not want, like bottle. Alright, where's Gandalf? Where? He's in the 6th circle. Why did I not go to the 6th circle? Because I'm dope, perhaps? Let's use that as our working theory. Oh, brain. My brain. I think it's turning into a spongy mass. Hopefully not literally, because that's the description they use for people who have spongiform encephalopathy, or variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob syndrome, both of which are euphemistically often referred to as mad cow disease.
My fireworks? Oh,
that's in the
I'm
7th circle.
sorry, I did not have the luxury of bringing them with me.
He didn't bring his fireworks, so I have to fetch his fireworks. Those are up in the 7th circle. I've said it many times that Minas Tirith has the best architectural work I've ever seen in a game. Gandalf is in, his rooms are in the High Guest House. High Guest House. And there's his room. I'm gonna fart in his pillows. Okay, fireworks and more fireworks. Elf fountains and goblin barkers. Dwarf something in there too. Thunderclaps. A few assorted squibs. Not that impressive, but still important. A few handheld sparklers where they rolled into the crate's corners. A little disappointed to find the crate's now empty. Picked up all of his fireworks. I'm now loaded down as if I were a beast of burden. Wait, I'm doing scut work chores. I am a beast of burden, in point of fact. So I am glad that they have opened up this festival, and all the other festivals, to everyone, so that a low-level player, new to the game, can click on his map and get a free trip to Minas Tirith, do the festival stuff. Because I'm such a fan of Minas Tirith, I just think that if I were a new player and I were a fan of the books or the movies, and I got teleported here to Minas Tirith and I saw what they did with Minas Tirith, I would be stunned, amazed, and delighted, and really looking forward to playing the game. So that's kind of why I was bummed out when at first I thought that the map worked, but you couldn't actually get the quests.
I am sorry there were so few fireworks to gather up. But on to other matters.
Find a Gimli in the splintered shield located in the second circle. Ah, but I won't be going immediately to the second circle. Aha! No. Down to the 8 circle, the first circle. And begin working my way through it for the daily quests as well. And hopefully we'll come out the other side with enough for a horse. Pretty sure we'll have enough for that. And maybe a pet, too.
Gondor needs your aid.
Gondor needs my aid. Don't know why. They won the war. Bad guys, dead. Well, dead may not be the right word. His spirit has been dissipated on the wind, blowing out from the west. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's just this disembodied spirit that can no longer interact with the world in any way. Scattered on the winds. Alright, we have to feed the well-behaved horses a few apples and tidy up the untidy. This is a disheveled horse, so I evidently have to shovel it. I mean, that's got to be the opposite, right? To a disheveled horse? Disheveled horse. So some of the quests are as easy as this. Basically, it's run in, talk to the NPC, click on 2 boxes, click on 6 horses, talk to the NPC again. Some of them are more involved. More XP, more tokens. My cape seems to blow to the left side of my body. I don't know why that is. There's no wind. Why is it going to the left? What side do you dress, I guess, as the tailor phrase goes. florist's daughter, and for whom we are going to collect summer flowers. Don't expect much in the way of fighting in my session today. Just going to take advantage of the festival. It's possible I may. Not sure how long I'll spend in here. Generally speaking, doing the dailies takes anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, depending on if you have some of them already previously left over. I think starting from scratch it's probably closer to 40, and I'm only going to do 10. I have to get the first batch of dailies. The do 10 dailies daily. And hopefully that'll give us enough for a mount and a pet. I think the mounts are 20 of the coins. And the quests give 3 each, which means doing 10 should give me at least 30 odd. And if the mounts are 20, I'll have 10 left over, and I think pets were 10. Just about ideal. Do 1 day's worth of dailies, get myself a mount for free, and a pet. Or a kite. Pet or a kite, either. That's 9 out of 10. And Midsummer flowers. Summer flowers. Funnily enough, we just had Midsummer the other day, right? Just a couple of days ago. Longest day of the year. Not sure why Aragon would want wedding on the longest day of the year. You'd think he'd want it on the longest night of the year. It's a sex joke. Talk to her. We sort out all of the flowers. And now we just need to deliver the arrangements. Let's see, I don't remember there being anything else on the first tier. Supplies, no. Floral, no. Remove that. What ails me? I don't think there's anything else on the workers tier, the first tier. So we're heading to the first ramp now, which is these sort of yellowish straight lines, or bendy lines, I guess, are the ramps. And in each case, they alternate on which side of the pier they're on. The pier runs west to east, and here's the first ramp. We need to talk to the stable masters to unlock them.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Have you come to join in the
Yes,
celebration?
West. And we've got a couple of quests to the left here, which I believe involve ale, so I'm completely ready for those. Now, sometimes getting around in the city for the quests here, you are well served by actually going to what is theoretically the wrong tier, and then going down. So I'm on the second level. But it is faster to, a lot of times, travel from the second to the fourth and then go down the ramp to the third to get to the far side of the third, as opposed to just simply following the ramps. It is Gimli, son of Glowin, son of Groen. He blinks as you awaken him from his stupor. He's been drinking.
You have found us. Hard at work.
I will wake Drathy. They're apparently writing a poem? Or the vows? Yeah, the vows.
I have
Talk to the
had
proprietor.
an idea. We should.
I would be pleased to contribute a number of barrels for the wedding feast.
And he's donating ale. Good call. Tell that to Gimli, and now we know that none of it will ever reach.
Well, that is settled.
Let me gather up their messy papers as they've been working on the vows. I really don't understand why you want a dwarf to wedding vows, as he's going to talk about your bride's beard, presumably.
All right, let us see what we've got.
Yeah, these quests, if
I
you're
don't know much about
asking
this name, Castamere,
to
but
Gilead,
I do
writer
not like
Splinter
it.
Shield about scrawled threat. And of Gondor. I didn't see anything. Woman of Gondor. I didn't see anything.
What is the trouble, friend?
So, going through these quests, reading them is definitely worth it, but, well, I actually...
Nobody saw anything?
This is
Ha!
a
I
playthrough,
wager my
not
axe
a
could make them
read-through.
talk.
I will show the wrinkled note to Mithrandir, but we have two other things we need to do in here. That's right, there is the NPC up here, who is hung over as Bleep, and wants us to tip the ludists to toss them a coin so that they'll stop playing, because he thinks that's what's causing his headache.
Could you help me with something?
Spoiler, dude. That's not what it is. Toss a coin to a noisy minstrel. That's 3 noisy minstrels. Here we make a right turn. Another minstrel. There's a barrel of ale and a whole bunch of glasses of wine, and we need to taste them and find just the right wine for the ceremony. So we have complete one quest here and partially complete 2 others, just this one little room. I'm sampling this wine, this glass of wine, and a fizzling effervescence on your tongue. This wine isn't supposed to have bubbles. That's not good. Perhaps this one I sniff. I sip. And it's probably not possible to add more water to this wine. I shake it around. I give it a sniff and a sip. And this wine has sapped all joy from my life. We swirl it around. We sample the bouquet. And a quick sip. And this wine tastes like your great aunt's moldy basement. Probably not a real great selling point. Swirl, sniff, sip, and oh, okay, this one tastes of blackcurrant, leather, and anise. Not the one I'd ever seen before. Blackcurrant I like. Denise, I hate. And if memory serves, the last of the minstrels to be tipped. Oh, we found the right wine. Why they trusted me to pick their wine. Boy. Well, not completely true. There are a few wines I understand and like, just not many. I like good champagnes.
Greetings, friend.
My experience is that the good ones I like and the ones that are, well, that aren't expensive, I like less, much less. But a Dom Perignon or a Cristal, really good. I like a nice port. That one doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. And I like a nice Sauterne. That one is almost always expensive. Those are the only ones I have any kind of palate for, though. Most of them, reds, port is fortified. So yeah, in short, don't use me as your wine taster. The Muma can keep. We're here for another keg of ale. And we're headed for the third circle via the fourth circle. This is part of learning to navigate Minas Tirith Lesson 1. It doesn't always go the way you want. See, for instance, there is the ramp down to the first tier. Where I want to get is all the way over here. So, I go here, and then I cheat, go right to there. See? Much better than riding the whole distance. It's a science. No, in this case, though, I'm actually going to the third. Yeah, I'm going to the third and then back down to the second. Right. Right, figured it out.
How may I help you, friend?
Third is Craftsman's. Back down here. Because this guy has some stuff we need for one quest, and he has another quest for us.
Yes?
What he has for us. We'll get to in a sec. First.
How may I help you, friend?
Over here. This person also has a thing we need for the same question. Same quest that I got finished off with. And in here we have two quests, one of which we'll take. The other one is a crafting quest. Done. That one.
Hello, friend.
But
Could you
this guy
help
has
me
a
with something?
quite simple quest. Talk to him. And you eventually will find yourself up on the 6th tier. And go into House of Remedies. And deliver letters to 6 people. That one, really fast because you're going that way anyway. Now we are doing the quest for the guy at the bottom of the ramp. And it is to do a little bit of gardening. Seriously. And it's you'll note, it's not daytime, so we'll be gardening at night. Song reference. Old guy musical reference. Tell you, the people of Minas Tirith, they know how to fucking party. Daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter. They're all out in the streets, drinking, dancing, singing. We're pulling pesky weeds and watering bushes. Given the amount everyone's drinking, I would assume that the bushes are probably getting watered, but not in quite the way you do. We should manage to hit level 18 just on these quests. I will note that the quest reward XP rewards are level scaled, since I got more than a level, close to a level and a half on my level 139 at the time, 138 to get him to 139 and then 140. Just on festival stuff. Historically, a lot of times, even when I'm not solidly playing the game, you know, taking a break and playing other stuff, I'll show up for some of the festivals and just level a tune or two by just doing festival stuff. Get the pets, maybe some mounts. Currently have 13 Midsummer tokens. Whoop. And go down, back down, just finish off the quest from the gardener. Another 200 XP and 3 Midsummer tokens. Halfway to finishing up the daily. The meta daily, let's say. Because I never met a daily I didn't like. No. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Next up is the Pastry Maker, I think. She's got some bit we need for one of the other quests, and she's got a quest of her own. Curio, the pastry chef. Alright, I have all the ingredients for Borlock, so I have to return to him.
Oh?
He's soldier's tier, I think. But she has pastries, and wants me to pass out pastries to 4 of the guards working, just to make their day a little bit more pleasant. And I have guards because, well, we've got a lot of booze around, fights, getting drunk and trying to steal stuff, write graffiti on the walls. I mean, take this Minas Tirith. We don't do that here. That's not the way we operate in this city. And now, in awaits the happy swan, merry swan. And we have a couple of locations for floral arrangements we made down with the little girl on the first circle. Workers tier. That's 2 out of 5. The others are in another building. And we also have some ale to pick up. Okay. That's 3 of the 4 barrels of ale that I'm evidently carrying under my arms. In a bag of holding? It's not there. Right. So, we've got 2 more guards we need to give pastries to. And then we immediately turn back to Curiel, cash in that quest, and we're up to the next circle. Actually, no. Back down to the second circle briefly. Cash in another quest, and then we're off to the 4th circle. Do-do-do. That's the 4 hungry guards, all pastried up. Back to Curiel, cash in the quest. We also have spotted our first wedding supplies. We've got a quest to pick up wedding supplies. So, we go up to the 4th circle, back to the soldier's circle, really quickly, back up to the 4th circle. Soldiers, back to players, is the player's circle. So,
Gondor needs your aid.
I'm sure Gondor needs my aid. So, let me deliver these things back to the dude. Another quest complete. 3 more tokens and another 216 XP. Yep. Alright, and here we are, and we go right back
How
up
may I
to
help
the
you,
player
friend?
circle. We are now delivering food for tasting to specific NPCs on this level.
Greetings.
What now, a sample? I ate but a few hours ago. Well, hobbits aren't the only ones who can double up on meals, eh? It's perfectly serviceable food, but nothing I would want to serve at my tables. Now, if it had bacon crumbles on top, yes, that would really help the flavor. Okay, so he likes bacon. It's a reasonable take, I have to say. Bacon improves a great many things by making it taste like bacon instead of what it tastes like.
How can I be of service?
Go away, shoo, I haven't any food for you. Oh, you were try your food? I'm not in the habit of accepting food from random strangers, but no, we have it here. Not bad. Needs a tad more salt.
What do you need?
What's this? A free sample? Oh, delicious! I wouldn't change a thing, except perhaps I have another. And this is my favorite of all the testing responses right here.
Greetings,
Does it
friend.
have nuts? I detest nuts. No nuts? Very well, then give it here. It needs for something. Nuts, perhaps.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, and that's another one that's done and just needs to be turned in. But we have the Blue Theater over here, and the Blue Theater gets the other 3 floral arrangements. It also has a quest I don't do for Dweelim here. He wants you to let the 6 musicians know who are supposed to be playing. They are the Cloudy Heads, and you have to find them all and tell them all, but they wander around. You know, in this case, 2 of them are waiting right here, so that would be 2 out of the 6, but I could spend 15 minutes trying to find the other 4, or more likely, finding 3 of the other 4. Driving me crazy trying to find the last of the Cloudy Heads. Because they wander around in the theater, and there are a whole bunch of little nooks and crannies they can and will hide in. So I don't do that quest. Because it takes an indeterminate amount of time, and I find it frustrating. There's more than enough dailies. We've already finished 8. And we've been doing some of Aragorn's quest for him. You know, he's the boss, so I kind of feel obliged. I'm there. Right. Up on the 5th circle, I believe, is the last of the wine supplies that we need to find. I think we'll probably end up skipping the wedding supplies. Yep, sages. There he is.
These are
Up to
troublesome
the
times
sages
indeed.
tier. Here, closer to our objective. There's also a quest. 2 quests in the halls of learning. Put us over our required 10, for sure. Houses of Lore. Let me go here first to the Thirsty Seer and grab the last of the ale kegs I need. We're going to end up finishing with 10 quests, which is just fine. Festival tokens, a few more XPs. May not make the level out of just this stuff, although probably will with Aragorn's wedding quests as well as the Midsummer quests. This is nice low-impact gaming. It's one of the things the game offers. It's not just non-stop combat. Festivals popping up at regular intervals. Into the Houses of Lore, where we have more floral arrangements to put in place. 6 of them, plus there's a poet upstairs who's, well, his pages of writing are floating all over the place. remedies. Right about here. All of that.
Will you give me a moment
I'll
of your
accept his
time,
quest
friend?
to grab his wayward verses, and you have to kind of get ahead of them, and then right-click on them if you actually want to grab them. Because they have a little induction time, so to get ahead of their path. And here's the last of the floral arrangements for this, and that's another quest complete. It just needs to be cashed in. And they respawn over time, but this is one of the few quests that have the kind of annoying mechanic that everyone who's on it is trying to grab the floating wayward verses. So if there are a lot of people doing this quest at the same time, it can be very frustrating. Get ahead of it, and then right-click on it. You want to make sure you're within arm's reach when your induction finishes. Get ahead of it. Oop. Made an unexpected turn. I'm ahead of it now. Not fast enough. This one respawned? It has. And 6 out of 6. His quest is complete.
Hello there.
XP, more tokens. 9 out of 10 for the meta daily, but I have a couple more complete that I just need to cash in. And then we'll get our horse. Maybe a pet. Festivals are great ways if you want to start your collection for mounts or pets or grabbing cosmetics. These are all the pets in the game. There are a lot. These are all the mounts in the game. Not quite as many, but a lot. Emotes. And stable points you have. I have 12 out of 223, so yeah, ways to go on that one. So I think we're just going to head right up. Not quite yet. That's the last of the quests. I already took care of. I did one of the quests in the Houses of Healing. I helped Aorith with the loud drunks and tidying up the half-drunk bottles of wine. Mithrandir.
What has brought
I'll
you
talk
back
to
me?
Elisar in Ecthelion in a minute. But right now we have the House of Remedies, where I have to deliver 6 letters. Thanks to some of the healers. Where presumably they're helping people deal with their hangovers because everyone's getting so ass-blasted drunk. Healer.
Greetings to you.
I'm getting a little bit poor performance today in my...
What can I do for you?
seemingly on my frame rates. Not quite sure what's up with that. Somewhat annoying though. Don't like it in one bit.
Greetings, friend.
LotRO's performance has not been astoundingly good since basically they've had a whole bunch of people come to the game with the
What can I do for
anniversary
you?
celebration and the sane changes they made to modernization at long last. And the anniversary brought a lot of people either back to the game or to the game for the first time. Lag's pretty noticeable off and on. Something's terrible.
Greetings.
Because there's so many people. So that's sort of a good news, bad news thing. We had our anniversary, we cleared up our monetization, and a whole lot of people came to the game, and got some lag. And I assume we will get a similar bump in population once the Rings of Power series finally nears. That'll, I would assume, drive a great many people to try the game who maybe hadn't in the past. So they're smart. They'll do a little advertising blitz. I need to go to Craftsman's tier. Yeah, Craftsman's tier. Turn in that quest, and then I think all we have to do is to turn up quests at the very top. Talk to Aragorn and continue the wedding stuff.
Gondor
tier.
needs your aid.
And this is the postman who was inside the crafting hall. The House of Craft.
What can I do for you?
Give me my rewards, my XP, and my tokens. And now back up to the high stables.
These are troublesome times indeed.
High stables? Yeah, I know, I made that joke a bunch of times. Hey, I am who I am. Bad jokes. They're part of the package. I also need to talk to Feleth down on the first circle. Should have done that. Didn't. Bad mistake. I made a mistake. Alright, well, I've got like 2 or 3 to turn in with her. 3.
How can I be of service? What do you need? How can I be of service?
Alright, got quest turn in him.
How can I be of service?
Quest to turn in with her, then we go back down first and then back up here. Go. For shopping, after we cash in the meta daily. Go down to the first, cash in the meta daily, come right back up here, buy our stuff, talk to Aragorn. And dump any of the Midsummer quests that we didn't complete. 1, just the wedding supplies. Well, and any others we chose not to take. Like, finding the Cloudy Heads, band members, in the Blue Theater. Alright.
Gondor needs your
City
aid.
stables. Okay. That is level 18. Dun 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 dun! We did make it. So proud of me.
Gondor needs your aid.
Back up to the high stables. Get off the horse. Stop riding the horse. Getting off the horse sounds weirdly smutty. Neither I nor the horse got off on that. I simply ceased to ride the horse and chose to ride a different horse. Alright, now we will buy some stuff. I think we've got probably 40 of the tokens.
How may I help you, friend?
I have 51 of the tokens. Excellent. Well, look at the mounts. I believe I wanted the Blackroot steed. Now, I can't ride it yet. They won't let you buy it. Oh no. Okay, that's disappointing. Smudge on my glasses. That's disappointing. I'm disappointed. Emotes, coin toss, wine tasting, wedding fireworks. Pass on those. Cosmetic pets. They're 20 each. Okay, so I have enough of the horse that I want. I'll have to make sure I get the 20 more LotRO points I need to get that for the festival. We have the kite, a chipmunk, a silver chipmunk, different colors of fireflies, and another kite. I think I'm a chipmunk kind of guy. A silver chipmunk. It doesn't seem right that they won't let you buy the pony before you can use it. Go. I now have a silver chipmunk. His name is Spirit, but I can rename him. Which I believe is /CPET. Rename. I've named him Theodore. I don't know if there's a terminal E on that. There is. I will rename him. Rename him. The other one does look a little bit more Middle-earthy, though. There's me and Theodore. Alright, we can stop tracking that one for now. We can remove this one entirely. Cancel it. Talk to Elisar. He must be the king. What can you tell? And the reason you can tell is he's got this great hall that he's hanging out in.
You have returned just in time.
And a seat.
I planned to send for you. Messengers from Amondine have come to the city.
Dr. Huron the
bringing
Tall at
word
the
of a
gates to
traveling
Minas
party
Tirith.
in the north.
And we're headed right back downstairs, guys. All the way out to the gate, and then out in front, where I believe we are going to greet the elves. My priority tomorrow, then, will be to finish off some Slayer deeds to get me the other 20 LotRO points I need to buy writing. And buy writing, and then return here, Midsummer Festival, and get the horse. Right, back to
These are troublesome times indeed.
City Stables. I'm AFK a sec, grabbing a refill on my cold beverage. Just that fast. I'm back. Luckies. I'm going to assume it's telling me that we're lagging. No. Purchase the writing skill. Get the writing skill and access to permanent mounts. Yes, I know. And the writing skill is 95 unless it's on sale. And I have 75, so I can't get it yet. Thanks, guys. Thanks, LotRO, for letting me know rubbing my nose in what I don't have.
The party from Rivendell is outside the gate. Might you bring them our greeting?
Party from Rivendell's out there. I'll go out, have a chat with everybody. Quiet down there. I have visitors. Come on. Cool. Hey, bros. In this case, they're brothers. They're not my brother. Did I auto dismount? That it won't let you dismount. Why is it doing that? All right.
Hail to you, friend.
LotRO here and Eladan.
The journey was a long one, but we would not miss Arwen's wedding. My
Ruster
Gavana.
and Lorfindel.
It is good to see you again, my friend.
Good to be
Far
seen.
from lands where it has been our custom to
Celeborn,
meet. I greet you once again and name you friend.
Galadriel,
Time of great evil has passed,
Elrond,
and now
Arwen and
hearts
Domio.
are lightened with joy.
My Govanen, my friend.
It is good
Oh,
to
I'm gonna
see.
get Gondor's
I
steed for
understand the
free.
preparations are nearly
I'd
complete.
forgotten about that. Aha! I still won't be able to write it yet, but I'll have it. Oh, he's here.
The sight of my beloved has stolen all speech from me, my friend.
And we're off. Is this the wedding? Because the
It
wedding
was
is
on
really
Midsummer
long.
Day
The
that
wedding
folk
is like
from near lands
15
and
or 20
far
minutes of
came to the
narrative
White
stuff.
City to witness the great wedding.
Okay, it's a bit long. It's very long. Stand next to Mary and Pippin. Wait for the elves to take their places as the procession continues. This is going to be long. You might not find this interesting. At this point, I would skip it if I could, as long as I still got them out, but I don't think I do, so I think I have to, yeah. It's long. It's nice, it's cool, but it is long. There's Arwen in her spiffy wedding dress, in white and purple, non-traditional.
My Omenina, Estelle.
Alei melethnin swila.
Ellen sila lumen omintiavo
Now, if you go back far enough in Aragorn's lineage, Elrond is a many greats uncle.
I bid you welcome.
And that makes
We
Arwen
come here
a
in time of
many
celebration,
greats
that we may share in the joys of peace.
cousin.
Let us rejoice that the war is ended and that love endures. But remember too,
I think
coming of
Theodore,
the
my
dawn
new
does
chipmunk,
not
is
mean
definitely
an
the
end
star
to
of the
all
show.
shadows. Many are those who gave their lives so we might see this day. Let us pause to remember those whose time has passed and will not come again.
Emoting in quests. I will emote. I will mourn.
Now let us speak of 3 whose deeds are worthy of
pressed
a
F.
special remembrance. Hail Theoden, King of the Mark! At the hour of Gondor's need, his horsemen broke the siege, delivering the White City from its enemies. Long will the ride of the Rohirrim be remembered in song and with glad hearts. Hail Boromir, Captain General of Gondor! Bravely did he defend his people from the threat of Mordor, with valor known to all. Yet his greatest deeds are known to few. Still, they were no less needful for Sauron's undoing. And last, hail Denethor, steward of Gondor until the coming of the king.
The crowd murmurs with discontent at this mention of Denethor.
Be still! I call for silence.
I call for beer. That's not working for me either.
Speak no ill of what you do not understand. Lord Denethor held your foes at bay, though the Dark Lord's malice tested him ever. If not for these labors, this city would have fallen ere any help could come. Few who stand here today could suffer what he endured for so long. Not even I. But let us now turn to more joyful matters. The long night is over, and love and laughter come with the day. Every wedding brings cause for celebration, but no marriage more than this. For the blood of Earendil's children, long parted, shall once more be made one. Aya Elenian on Kalima.
So, there's the wedding
Let
outfits.
the light you bear shine upon this glad union.
Nice purple. I like the purple in her.
I call upon those honored guests who wish to speak to come forward now.
Who's up first? Elrond looked like he turned around. You're going to talk?
Long in the years of men, but short by my counting, have I known the doom.
One thing
of
the
this
movie
day.
did not catch is the sadness
It was
of
to
Elrond.
be the fate of Arwen Undomiel.
He's shown to be
either
all
from her
happy at the
kin
wedding. He's not.
Or from Middle-earth.
His daughter has chosen to stay in Middle-earth
and this
while he
joy
heads to the west.
brings great sorrow.
If they
Our roads shall
touch
not
on
meet
that
again
here.
ere the breaking of the world. Yet despite the pain it brings, I cannot wish otherwise. Why would I deem it so?
You know the reason, husband of my daughter. For is love not mightiest of all forces in the world?
No. It really isn't.
So say the men of Gondor. We have not the wisdom of elves, but this much is clear to us. Love gives courage to stand against the hardships arrayed against us. Even courage to part from those dearest to us, son of Gondor? Aye, Lord Elrond, even so. I have now felt such love, and I know this is true.
I do not wish to speak above my place.
But I will.
Say on, Frodo. None here hold a place higher than yours.
Oh, come on. He's not a king. He's the king.
I was thinking about the Shire.
He's frickin' Elrond. She's Galadriel.
Most of you have never seen it.
Badass
It
from
is
the
my
first
home.
age.
It is a fair green country where we hobbit folk live, untroubled by the world's great trials.
Mostly untroubled.
Well, we have come a long way from the Shire. On that journey, a friend once spoke to me of the world's perils. There are many dark places, he said, but still there is much that is fair. Though in all lands love is now mingled with grief, it grows perhaps the greater.
This is a saying of the Eldar, Frodo Baggins.
It was told to me by Haldir of Lorien, on the banks of the Silverlode. I think that love and sorrow are often entwined, and each hones the other. If we did not know both, I very much doubt we would feel either as strongly. But I have gone on for too long. Sam wished to say a few words as well.
Do we have to? Really? Sam? The gardener?
Oh, I needn't, Mr. Frodo.
Go on, Samwise.
Ah, well, it's only a plain old rhyme, but... Age long, our garden bore no bloom. Left barren cold and buried deep. Far under snows of winter's gloom, the seeds we sowed did softly sleep. And through the wind and sullen frost, they waited well and did not fade. Now, winter dwindles, cold is lost, and sunshine rests upon the glade. Springtime dawns and sprout and shoot. Limn the lawns with golds and blues, and with the summer's flower and fruit. The garden glows, awash with hues. And what to thank?
I thought you said it was
for
a
all
little
these
rhyme.
wonders? None but the kind hands of its tenders. Care well for the plots you mind. Love things that grow beneath the soil. Foster them with thoughts most kind.
You're a lot talkier
And
than
joy
Frodo.
shall repay all your toil. Whew.
Thanks. I'm moved. A single tear runs down my cheek, slowly, slowly. Oh wait, it's not a tear. Okay, Sam, get back in line. Oh, I have to cheer for Sam.
Hoorah!
Yeah, hoorah! I agree with that entirely.
Well spoken,
Hoorah!
Master Gamgee. A simple rhyme indeed. Now, to the matter at hand.
Finally.
When two are to be wed, the rights of both elves and men call for the exchange of golden rings.
But we've had some bad luck with rings.
Given events of recent days, however, perhaps it is best to skip this custom, unless our lovers object. Then let their hands be joined instead, and thus reveal their bond to all as they take their oaths to each other.
Though I turn from the everlasting west, I am undiminished.
No, that's not true. You're going to be diminished.
An hour with you
It's covered in the
brings
books.
more joy than 1,000 years apart. When you embarked upon your quest, my sorrow was as none I have ever known. Now we are again together, and so shall stay. I choose Luthien's path, bound to your fate, as was hers to Baron's. Mainuvan melmetja, ter corviarenya ar tenoyo.
We are as two fair trees entangled beneath the sun, rooted deep, drinking light together.
Okay.
My heart has belonged to you from the hour I first beheld your grace beneath the leaves. You are my hope, the sustaining flame I bore unto the jaws of shadow. The even star who guided my steps through labor and fear. Meine von Melnetia, Ted Corvierenyar Artenoyo.
I love my wife, but oh, you kid.
Aragorn Elisar, son of Arathorn, will you wed Arwen, daughter of Elrond, and henceforth be husband unto her?
I will.
Arwen Undomiel, daughter of Celebrian, will you wed Aragorn, son of Gilraen, and henceforth be wife unto him?
I will.
Party time!
Then before the Valar, and the one who stands above all others, and in sight of men and elves, and dwarves,
and hobbits,
oh, and hobbits, don't forget us,
and Theodore the chipmunk,
and all free folk, let you be bound together, and the twin lines of Earendil be made one anew. All hail the High King of the South Realm and the North, and all hail the High Queen!
Hail Erisar! Hail Doniel! Eglario! Praise him with great praise!
And the fireworks begin. 2 interlinked rings. I thought we weren't doing rings, but okay, evidently they're back.
Behold! The white tree flowers anew over the kingdom restored!
Completed instance a wedding at Midsummer. I think it ends. I think there's an invisible wall back here. Yeah, there it is. So it'll auto end in a minute. After Gandalf stops playing with his splody things. Or do I have to talk to Aragorn? I do have to talk to Aragorn, okay. Travel now. Traveled. Aragorn's married. And I get my Gondor's steed. Talk to Merethian inside Marathon. At a table on the east side of the hall, and ready to conclude the wedding feast.
According to my plan. But what am I saying?
There's the horse
The
that I
celebrations
can't
are
use yet.
not yet concluded.
But at least they gave it to me, so you know, that's a plus. Talk to her. There are a bunch more quests you can do for the wedding stuff, but I think I will try and track down those additional 20 points on the east side. Must be up above. There are more quests associated with the wedding. But it's a lot of running around and east side, isn't it? At a table on the east side of the hall. There she is.
Those 2 hobbits insisted this be called a banquet for some reason or another.
Okay, I've traveled.
Long into the night, the folk of the city made merry and celebrated the union of King Elisar
Follow
and
Merethian.
Queen Arwen.
Okay, I'm following. The wedding dance is going on. Well, my hobbit friends, does this banquet of Gondor meet your expectations? Look who it is, Pip. Imelda and our friend, the Foodmonger. Really, that's kind of coarse. Listen to them talk about the courses. Just listen to what we've had already. There's been pottage, which is really not something you'd want to eat at a nice wedding. Pea and leek varieties, breads with butter and honey, plenty of game, coney, venison, and boar, roasted meats, beef, mutton, and goat, lots of fish, salmon, pike, and eel, enough fowl for all, capon, goose, duck, pheasant, and heron, eggs if you want them, just like Grandma used to boil, assorted greens and vegetables, if you still got room, savory pies and pastries, I like the one shaped like trees especially, trees and stars especially, cheeses and olives, many cheeses, stewed fruits, apples, pears, plums, and cherries. The desserts have been particularly good, the pastries, creams, jellies, and honeyed almonds. And that is not to mention the wine and the ale. Don't forget the mead. To answer your question, Master Foodmonger, I would say this is quite the banquet, and we hobbits heartily approve. Follow Pippin to his table. Come on, Pippin. Mary, where's Pippin? Oh, I'm on. Yeah, you don't want to go that way. You can't cut through here. Yes, I know. The wedding dance. Really, when did Aragorn have time to learn to dance? We made it. Yeah, that was definitely the most difficult thing we've done. Listen to the conversation of Baragon's family. My husband grieves for the lives he took. I have told him again and again that by his sword he saved the life of Lord Faramir. I know, my dearest, I know. Still, the king's justice was merciful and fair. He said I'm bored. Burgle, his son. How long will they dance? Is it almost over? Are we there yet? How beautiful a queen this elf maiden makes. I heard her brother's arrows can split an orc skull in twain from 300 yards. Burgle, silence. This is not the time to speak of it. I know. That's why I'm bored. I think we should see to Thrym Redbeard. Right? Redbeard is over here. Hi, Thrym. How you doing? Listen again to Thrym's tale of his exploits. In the darkness of night, we came to the western flank of the encampment of the Druidan. And do you know what happened? This is very interesting, but we were nearly turned into pincushions by Grimbold sentries. Can you imagine? Hell. Well, in a time of war, I myself have. But then, at the last moment, one of the archers recognized me by the specter of my beard. It glowed crimson in the guttering light of their single torch. Is every man of Rohan so bold and yet so protected by fortunate stars? Many, aye, but even I am no match for Eomer, who is now king. The tales I could tell you of his courage. Come along, Thrym. Someone at another table wishes to hear of your grand adventures. Oh, really? Go. Ah, who desires to hear such? Nobody. Oh, that's easy. It's... listen again. No, we're still listening. Master Meriadoc, wait. What? Next up. I've heard more of Eomer, Father. I might have heard more of Eomer, Father. Talk to the wine steward downstairs. All right, the wine steward. Go outside to confront the rough sorts. Apparently there are some ruffians outside that need to be dealt with. Well, I'm just the man to deal with them. Elf. Just the elf to deal with them. Sorry. Elf, man. Potato, potato. I can't go that way, evidently. These are the rangers that we have encountered through all of our gameplay. You owe us a drink, but we got to talking. And my companions thought you deserved the honor of a raised glass. Even the rangers think I'm cool, even though I'm only level 18, and they've never met me. It's the whole time travel thing. The timelines in the game do weird things to try and get all the narrative in. Gondor has its king and queen. The Grey Company fulfilled its oath, and so did you. Well, I didn't actually take it. And to the Grey Company and to Femilda. Hi, guys. Cooling, cooling, cooling. Talk to him, talk to Radnir, go back inside, and rejoin the quest. Back into Marathon. Talk to King Elisar upstairs on the western side of the feast hall. Oh, that's right. I believe we have an interruption. Talk to Prince Faramir of Ithilien. Pardon me not reading through all these, but there's an enormous amount of text. So. Listen to the conversation of Prince Faramir and Samwise. I thought to ask for her hand in marriage, but I'm full of worry. Is it just this Midsummer's Day that makes me dwell upon it? What if she does not feel the same as I? Welcome to the real world, friend. Friend-zoned Faramir. Begging your pardon, Prince Faramir. I am sorry, I hate to intrude. You need not apologize, dear Samwise. Well, it seems to me that folk of Gondor always make things too complicated. And maybe that's fine and normal down here. But in the Shire, we prize when things are simple. I see. That's not particularly helpful. It's true there's a lot of marriage talk in the air. And it makes me blush to think of it, since I never thought myself the type, but I am rather of a mind to get married myself when this is all over. Rosie Cotton, run away. You have a particular girl in mind, Sam? I wager you do. Frodo, don't be a dick. Don't taunt him. And so what if I do, Mr. Frodo? I think I understand your advice, Master Samwise. I thank you for your hobbit wisdom. I shall ask for Eowyn's hand when next I see her. Investigate disturbance on the western side of the hall. It's a good sized disturbance. Side of the hall, you coming? Come on, you're coming. All will be well. Oh, Aragorn's talking to the kitchen master. The kitchen master's had some problems. Now, is there a problem? They just barged in, my king. They're causing a commotion in the kitchens. Of whom do you speak? Aragorn says. I can't do good female elf impersonations. It's Grimbeorn. I guess the kitchen master found some unbearable. I can barely bring myself to make that joke. pleasure to meet you, Grimbeorn. You are most welcome here, son of Beorn. Here comes the original G. I'm told there was to be a feast. Indeed, Grimbeorn. Of course, courtesy demands one attend the ceremony before one attends the feast. And you've missed the ceremony. Well, I'm going to eat one way or another. I either eat as a human or I eat as a bear. And if I eat as a bear, I eat people. One wedding is much the same as any other. I'll agree with that. Is there a place for me? There will always be a place, son of Beorn, both for your father's heroism and your own. Good. Find a table to your liking, and food will be brought with all haste. I need no servants. I brought my own. And in a very weird turn, his servants turn out to be a bunch of dogs walking on their back legs. I don't understand why, but there we are. The wedding instance done, or nearly so. I talk with Arwen.
There were days when it seemed the shadow would never
Elisar.
pass. But it has lifted at last.
And Mithrandir outside the Tower of Excelia.
The kingdom has not seen a wedding like this for many, many years.
And I believe then I get my extra talent point. Go. They're married, and they lived happily ever. Well, actually, not ever after. He eventually dies, and she's left in sadness with her family having sailed to the uttermost west. Her husband died. Her son has grown up and is now king, and she just bails and goes back to her work. She goes to Lorien and basically not clear. Sad.
It has been some time.
I get a wine table for the house. I haven't bought a house yet. And a class tree. And a little bit of XP. And I've completed Book 1, A Time of Celebration. I got, take this down, it'll go into the bank, actually. And we have a trait point. Another point in Heartseeker, I suppose. Let's see, that increases the duration of the dot. Not important yet. Eventually I'll want to get this. Probably. Fast draw, draw weight, induction bow damage, and we get to rank 6. Crit multi. I think I want to go Swift Shot, because that is, as I've described it, that's sort of the meat and potatoes, in a lot of ways, for the Hunter builds. Now, there's more stuff still in Marathrond. More quests that I can do, but I don't see a particular reason to. I don't suppose they've changed their mind now that I have one mount, they'll let me buy the second
needs
mount.
your aid.
Any cool cosmetics? Got steeds. Steed of Entwining Blossoms. I'll have to look at the various steeds and decide if I want. Steeds, essences, housing items, emotes, fireworks, instruments. Wedding garb. Is any of the wedding garb worth it just for the appearance's sake? You know, it'll look a little spiffier. My cloak's nice. Get it hood as well. Tunic of Entwining Blossoms. That's not bad, actually. Probably better than what I'm wearing. I could go with a dress. not necessarily the best look. Groom's tunic. That's not bad either. That's a full attire, it appears to be. Well, I need to come back sooner or later and get the horse. So what I'm gonna do is head down to the first circle and see if I can't get a ride back to Bree from there. If not, I can always Waystone. Milestone. And I'm going to call it for the early session. My objective tomorrow will be to nab 20 more LotRO points by doing some Slayer deeds. Probably in a place where I haven't done them, so relatively quickly out of, say, the Shire, I think, to get it done.
How may I help you, friend?
And that'll allow me to mount. And then after that, we'll see. Let's see if I can get back to home base, so to speak.
How may I help you, friend?
South Bree. First over, and we're off. So, I'm going to call it here. I will be back in about 4.5 hours. 4 hours, call it. For the later session, back on my main account, on my Guardian. And we're going to be going through the instance at the Battle of the Morannon. And then probably into Mordor proper. So that's my plan for this afternoon. I'll be back at this at around the same time, roughly noon, give or take an hour either side, for more of the free-to-play through. And then tomorrow evening, more of the regular LotRO I expect. So I hope you've had some fun. I'll be back in about 4 hours. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Take care and ciao for now. Bye, guys.